Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Twisted Duck here, and today we're gonna be playing some League of Legends, and we're gonna be playing Draven. Our team consists of Mordekaiser going into the mid lane, Garen going to the top lane, Cho'Gath as our jungler, and Nami into the support role. So, Draven Nami is a pretty solid lane. Draven is a bit weak after the nerfs. Nami makes it so that Draven can have a little bit more kill potential. Draven can poke in every time she hits her bubble, and plus, she comes in with a sustain and a steroid for her E, which does a lot of damage early on with the spinning axis. But this should be a good lane, and the enemy bottom lane consists of Graves and Gangplank. Graves does really well against Draven because of his inner tankiness, and he does actually bring out a lot of early game damage, and his level 6 is pretty good too because of his ultimate, which does a lot of damage early on. But this is a post commentary, guys, so that means that I've actually played this game. So I'm actually gonna try to explain to you guys about the things I do into the game as I'm gonna rewatch this video. And I was talking to our Mordekaiser about why Ignite on support's actually really good to grab on the bottom lane. For example, if you're fighting in bottom lane, you're usually gonna have a lot of trades, especially those early trades is going to win your lane on how it goes. So if you ignite the enemy ADC really early on, even if you don't get the kill, that is going to zone the enemy ADC, assuming that your ADC or support is actually on the same level as you. And this might actually make it so that you might have to ward a lot early, but is completely going to zone him out of the lane and makes the jungler camp bottom or the mid laner to come bottom. So basically what you're doing is you're absorbing a lot of pressure to bottom lane, and you're relieving top and mid and your jungler to do a lot more stuff on the map, and you're basically hyper carrying in a way, but it's not really in the sense. But we are gonna leash Cho'Gath either ways. Cho'Gath's starting red for some reason. I guess it does make sense because he's on the blue side. And for some reason, Garen is actually coming down to leash Cho'Gath in the bottom, but he should be staying top or he's gonna miss a lot of experience early on. So I don't really give him a heavy leash as we have 5 people in here leashing for Cho'Gath. So I just give him a really light leash and I run to the bottom lane. And we're gonna take the man mode way because we're Draven. I can't really do that voice that well as the voice actor did, but pretty close, I think. I do want to say that I don't really have a lot of runes on this account yet, so I missed a few creeps early on, so apologies, my apologies. And watch out, Nami hits a really nice bubble early on. That just tells me this Nami is really good, so I'm going to be playing a little bit more aggressive after I hit my level 2, because I don't really want to play aggressive really early on, especially for the fact that minions actually do a lot of damage to you. So what I want to do is I want to hit level 2, try to zone them out, try to keep my aggression, passive aggression is really good for Draven. And yeah, let's see how this lane goes. I'm just CSing here. I just want to hit level 2. That's my goal. And Gangplank is going to die if he actually stays there, but he doesn't. So we're just going to farm. So for some reason, Cho'Gath actually decides to show bottom lane, even though our lane is pushing. So I tell him to back and tell him to go farm up that jungle, get that blue buff. But yeah, here we are. We're poking them so much. And Nami hits an amazing bubble, and we get another auto attack on Draven. Gangplank, for some reason, decides to go in, and I poke him even more. So Cho'Gath actually sees this, right? And he's going to come down bottom lane and try to gank for us. If this fails for him, he's going to be super far behind of the enemy jungler, and the enemy jungler can actually deny him the blue buff, which he still hasn't gotten, guys. He still hasn't gotten his blue buff. He's like level 2 or something, I believe, and I'm just trying to poke them out of the lane as fast as I can. And Cho'Gath is going to join us in the next few seconds. And what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to CS, and I can hopefully try to get the double kill if possible. So here we go. This is it. So what I'm trying to do is I see Cho'Gath coming in, right? I see Cho'Gath there. Cho'Gath gets a really nice knock-up on Graves. I try to hit Graves, and Nami secures the kill with the bubble, and there we go. First blood for Nami. And we see a Gangplank. So what I do is actually wait for my team to take aggro on the tower. Nami does a really nice job of flashing at the very second, and I secure the second kill. So there we go. We denied a lot of experience for the enemy ADC as he died earlier than the Gangplank. And we are also 2 kills ahead on their bottom lane. And we're just going to shove this bottom lane before we actually go back. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually go back because I was super greedy. So I decided to stay. So their Maokai comes in, right? I see Maokai, but I want to get a lot more CS because I actually want to get my BF sword before I back. And I feel like I can stay in the lane. So what I try to do is just try to CS. And Nami tries to bubble and she misses it. And she tries to ignite Maokai. And she tries to just kite Maokai through so that I can deal as much damage as I can to Maokai. Luckily enough, I level up and I can catch my other axe and I try to kill Maokai and I get the kill. So I have 2 kills already and an assist and the red buff, which is huge for any ADC and especially for Draven because his Q goes really well with the red buff. It's similar to the Wicked Blades in a way that it does DOT damage or damage over time damage. I just said damage over time damage. I feel so bad. But anyway, I'm really fed right now, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push the wave back as I fail at CSing because I'm really bad at CSing, and I'm just trying to push the wave back so I can finally back and hopefully snowball this lane and win us the game. So yeah, red buff on Draven, it's really strong. Graves is playing really close to me. If I wanted to be super aggressive, if my support was here right now, I would be even more aggressive, but she's not here right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shove the wave and I'm gonna go back. So there we go. I compliment my team because they did a really good job, and Garen gets a kill on the enemy Garen, surprisingly. So our top lane and bottom lane is winning currently. I don't know about mid lane because I haven't been paying attention to the mid lane because there's so much action that's been going on the bottom lane. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my boots. I'm going to head back to the bot lane. And Draven is one of those champions, especially after the nerfs, is if he actually gets a kill really early on, he can completely snowball his lane unless he decides to throw the lane really bad by making stupid plays. But if I play solid right now, if I can play solid and I don't make any mistakes, I can easily win us the game. I have a BF sword on the Graves' longsword and Doran's or whatever item he actually started. I'm not really too sure what he has right now, but I'm pretty sure it's not something that really big. So right now I want to play really aggressive because we are super fed. We're so much stronger than the enemy bottom lane. But there are a lot of minions though, however, so what I want to do is I want to clear the minions and try to get to a point where I can just zone Graves away from the CS every time he comes to CS. But he's not really doing a great job of CSing. He feels really afraid, especially for the fact that Nami has been zoning him out entirely, and I'm not really too sure where Gangplank is at this point, but I'm just having the time of my life. This is how an AD carry should be played, especially for the fact that you have a really good support. You want to show aggression, you want to zone the enemy ADC, and you want to push your lead into the point that you can safely do it without throwing your lane. So we're both on the same page here, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to farm, and Nami is going to hit a really nice bubble on Gangplank, and I just go ham on Gangplank. I don't care about anything right now, because I'm Draven, and I'm going to deal a lot of damage, and especially for the fact that I have a BF sword and red buff with me, I can just pretty much take anyone down. So Gangplank goes down. Nami is still being aggressive. See how Nami plays, guys. She is far ahead of me. She stays ahead of me. But you don't really want to get that too cocky, though, because you also want to be a bit afraid of the enemy jungler because he's not on the map. So Gangplank teleports in, so I try to recall. I'm not too sure who actually teleported because I didn't look who actually brought teleport. So I back off a little and then try to poke Gangplank. This is the passive aggression that I'm talking about. You don't really want to go all in. You want to passively poke your enemy down without taking little to no damage as possible. So Gangplank is, for some reason, he's staying so close even after he just died. So I'm just going to punish him even more for doing that. I lose my red buff because I don't really have it. The timer ended. But it is still good because we have a BF sword. And I'm going to try to CS even more and try to extend my lead over Graves so that I can scale better than him. And right now, he has gone back, I believe. And he missed a lot of minions so far. And Gangplank gets hit by another Nami bubble. God, a lot of things are happening. And I can't really talk as fast as the things are happening. But I'm trying to cover a lot of things. So I'm going to try to do my best on that. This is probably my first League of Legends commentary. So sorry about that, guys. I'll try my best. But Nami, I believe, wants to go on Gangplank because he's really low and she knows my damage. So she tries to hit a bubble. She sadly misses it. And unfortunately, she gets rooted by Maokai on the way. But either ways, she gets the kill on Gangplank. And we ended up trading a 1-for-1. And I'm fine with that because I feel like my Nami is going to do a lot more stuff with the gold that she got than the Gangplank. Because she's going to buy a lot more mana regen. Or even maybe oracles or even sightstone. Because she's been doing really well with her aggression. And it's just gonna be a really nice lane. So I'm just staying here because I do not want to miss any minions, and I'm afraid that I might get dove by the enemy team, but luckily enough Cho'Gath is here in case that happens. And right now my goal is to farm as much as I can to get my Bloodthirster and other items, and Draven is really strong with the Bloodthirster. The earlier he gets the Bloodthirster stack, the more damage his Q is gonna do. And unfortunately our top laner died, but he does end up trading a 1-for-1, so that's fine I guess. And we're just trying to farm the whole entire lane until my support comes back. And I see Maokai coming into our jungle, but I don't really try to go there because I was out of mana. But I believe he wanted to get a red buff or something, but good luck Maokai, you try to get that. And I'm just gonna go back to farming because my support isn't here. Some more information about this gameplay is this was taken from the Singapore, Malaysian, Garena servers on League of Legends. I didn't really want to play Draven on an A, especially for the fact that I get about 300 ping on there, and Draven's one of those really high skill cap champions, and it's really hard to do well on Draven if you have lag, especially with those spinning axes and stuff. I tried to tell Nami to ward. I don't know what she exactly did. I'm not too sure what she did, but I think she's gonna ward. She's gonna ward. Yeah, she got it. She got it. She's a really good support. And right now, I should actually have back to get my Bloodthirster because I shoved the wave. And Graves becomes super aggressive for some reason. And I know something is up. And I see Maokai on the screen. But this Nami, man, she hits another bubble. And by the time that Maokai goes on Nami, I can actually kill him. And I get a blue buff for free. All thanks to my Nami. Props to you, Nami. You're pretty good. I should have probably honored her, but I forgot. My bad. But this lane is even tougher for Graves now because I have a blue buff and I was actually out of mana a few seconds ago. And thanks to Maokai, I have a mana regeneration source and I can be more aggressive now, especially due to the fact that their jungler is dead and I can see Talon on the minimap. He's at mid, so I have nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to be aggressive. I'm going to farm. I'm going to try to get the tower. Nami surprisingly hits an unbelievable bubble that I did not even believe she could hit. So I actually didn't go in on that because I completely did not expect her to hit that. But she did. It's a good Nami. I've been saying that the whole entire video because she is. I should have probably honored her like I said before. I didn't. But here we're going to try to kill Gangplank as he decides to today. And Nami tries to take aggro really nicely. And her ultimate actually hits Graves. So that is enough. That knockup is enough for me to kill him. So Draven is just going to catch his axes and poof. There we go. Draven double kill. And I don't know why I say Draven like that, but I love saying it, so we're gonna say it. And now I notice Talon is not in the mid lane anymore, so I'm gonna go back finally. But I actually want to get the CS too, so I'm really greedy. So I just want to get this really fast and back. And right now, we have a lot of gold to spend, and Draven is one of those champions that just keeps on rolling if you're really, really ahead. But either ways, their bottom lane was completely snowballed, thanks to the fact that my Nami and Cho'Gath helped me out so much early on. And now we're just going to go back and snowball it even further. So this is my first ever commentary on League of Legends that I did solo. I did play League of Legends with my friends where we recorded it, but it wasn't really anywhere near to a commentary. It was just me having some fun with my friends and we were just messing around in the game. But if you guys like this sort of stuff, you guys can tell me. If you guys have any things for me to improve on, you guys can probably let me know in the comment section below. For example, talk more about the game or talk less about the game. I want to improve my YouTube career. I want to improve on my gameplay. So if you guys have any feedback, that would be really nice. And I appreciate a lot of feedback that's been given for me. And recently about this channel, my growth has been really nice, especially for the fact that I actually started uploading really consistently. And I'm pretty happy with that, and I want to thank you guys for making that possible. You guys are really awesome. And let's see here. We're playing bottom lane. I'm just trying to stack my Bloodthirster here. I want to stack it fully. We have wards in the jungle, so I'm not really afraid of Maokai ganking us. And also, I see him on the minimap around mid, so I'm not really worried about him. Fortunately, our mid gets a kill, but unfortunately, he dies right after. But it is worth because Maokai gets the kill, even though they got more gold out of that, and I'm fine with that. So what we're trying to do bottom lane is we're trying to get the tower as soon as possible. Nami even auto-attacks to help me, and she hits another bubble. This is awesome. So they just pretty much have to give up the tower, because if they stayed next to the tower, we would have probably killed them. And smartly enough, they go back. And I'm just going to shove the lane even further without going back. And Nami also was the enemy jungle's blue, so we're going to see if Maokai or Talon or even Garen tries to gank us. So we are pretty fed right now. We're putting a lot of pressure on the map. By being this far ahead, you're forcing the enemy team to come towards you to shut you down. But if your team is actually good enough and they can take advantage of that, they can probably push down towers or get more objectives or try to help top, which is losing, or rather which is going even in this case. So right now we're just super far ahead that we're just doing whatever the crap we want to do. We see them, their mid laner MIA, so we actually try to retreat. But since we saw Maokai top lane, so I tell my team to go to Dragon. This is a free Dragon that we can actually have because they're getting the top lane and we can get the Dragon in return. So we're just going to do Dragon, which actually is going to help a lot of other laners and maybe going to help them finish the item that they could not have finished without it. Look at that. Garen finishes the Aegis of Legion, which is going to help us against their Maokai. Going to do that little bit of MR damage, or magic damage rather. But we're going to go into the mid lane. We see Graves in the bottom lane, so that means that this is a 4v5. Even Maokai's in the top lane, so we're just going to try to gank on mid, see if we can get a kill on Talon if possible. Talon becomes really cocky for some reason, and he goes in. I really don't want to take this kill or use my ultimate for the kill. I was waiting for Mordekaiser to get the kill, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to flash in Q in style. So we do that, and we are going to push down the mid tower, which is going to give us a lot more gold. And yeah, this is a really good trade for us. We got a Dragon, we got a tower, we killed their mid laner, and we also wasted Gangplank's ultimate, which did no damage. But Gangplank gets caught, we're gonna take him out, and I believe he dies. Oh no, never mind. He actually survives. Holy crap, I didn't even know that. And here we have Nami securing the kill on Maokai, and we're gonna see if we can push down more towers. I get really low on here, and I see enemy Garen running towards me, so I just try to outrun him if possible. But luckily for me, Cho'Gath hits his Rupture, I believe that's what it's called, the knockup. And I'm being really greedy here. I just want to get a lot of CS. I really don't like backing, but I'm just gonna try to poke him even more. He tries to kill Nami. He succeeds because we couldn't protect Nami, but I'm just gonna back. But all in all, it was a good trade for us. We lost one death for getting 2 kills and a tower and a dragon, and I'm gonna back. And I'm actually looking to build my Infinity Edge right after my Bloodthirster, because I feel like getting that Infinity Edge really early on is probably gonna deal a lot of damage to the squishies. It may or may not deal a lot of damage to Garen, but I'm fine with getting it right now because I'm so far ahead. And Draven is one of those champions where you can actually avoid going attack speed right after your Bloodthirster apart from your boots, because you get free attack speed from your W, and the more damage you deal with the Q, the more DPS you have. So a perfect build on Draven, in my opinion, would be Bloodthirster into Berserkers, into Last Whisper, into Zeal, or maybe into an Infinity Edge. But we're not really going to go too much into builds here because everybody likes to build what they prefer, even though there are websites for that. So you guys can look it up if you guys don't feel like my build is the right option to go on Draven. And so bots pushing, I'm just gonna push the wave back. It's like a nice little reward for doing a lot of things in the game. It's like, oh Draven, come kill me, I'm a minion and I'm pushed up to your tower. I literally don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just gonna CS these and I'm gonna try to catch up with my team around mid so that we can snowball our lead further and we can get more objectives and hopefully end the game really soon. And my god, my throat is so dry after talking a lot on these videos, but it's fine guys, because we're just going ham on these people. So let's see what we're doing here. We're not doing much at all. We're just farming. Our team is warding the jungle and they're trying to clear jungle camps. So these are one of those tail moments of the game where you just cannot avoid. You want to have everything prepared before you actually fight. You want to buy a lot of stuff. And yeah. So bottom lane was really easy thanks to my teammates, especially Cho'Gath, for helping me with the gank really early on. And he was really potent on ganking, even though it wasn't a success before he actually tried to gank through their enemy tribe rush. But we're still ahead right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually trying to get the enemy team's turret, and I see Gangplank coming in from the side, right? I don't even know what he was doing, and I just kill him. And Draven shows no mercy, and I got my legendary. So right now I'm really far ahead. I'm just gonna keep on pushing their bottom lane. And I see my team fighting the enemy team, so I really didn't want to go help them, because even if my team did lose the fight, I could at least get the tower. And surprisingly enough, our Mordekaiser gets a triple kill, which was really good. So that means we got 4 kills on the tower, and our whole entire team lived without me even being there. One of the most fed persons, so it was really good that Mordekaiser got the triple kill too. So basically, this game is pretty much over. We gotten so many turrets and dragons and kills. It's just a matter of time until we can actually push into the inhibitors and get the inhibitor turrets and the nexus. And we're just gonna keep pushing their tower to end this game as fast as possible. And I have no idea what this Graves was trying to do. Like, I was so far ahead that he should not have even been there. He could have easily died, which he actually did end up dying. But unfortunately, we couldn't kill Gangplank as we were taking way too much tower aggro and we were so low on HP. But Nami saves me, hitting her yet another bubble, and we escape with little to no HP. Their whole team is chasing us right now, and we were like scared, so we pretty much ran. I was getting super greedy, so I eat him and then I queued him because I knew for a fact that they didn't have any wards on the map, and Nami hit another bubble. Like, this Nami, man, is super good. Their whole team is chasing me right now. I'm just running for my life, but she dies, unfortunately. I wish she would have taken the path that I was taking, but I guess she had to do that for their whole team to chase her to save me, so props to you, Nami. Props to you. Garen is like trying his best to kill me, but I'm just gonna recall, and I actually was gonna startle too because I thought he was just gonna ult me, so I had to like move. But my team decides to show some pressure for the Garen, so I can recall in peace, and I can complete my Infinity Edge and get more items that build into my Phantom Dancer or possibly build my Last Whisper. But either ways, it doesn't matter what I build right now. I'm so far ahead that it doesn't matter. The only thing that I have to worry about right now is not dying and playing the team fights really well. I'm not entirely sure what I was trying to do here, but I think I was trying to build my Last Whisper. In this scenario right here, a more crit chance would have been better to get, because 25 damage isn't going to add much over to the 302 damage or 312 damage that I have right now. But adding that crit chance that is going to multiply by 250% by the Infinity Edge is going to change a lot. And it's possibly going to make more difference than getting that pickaxe But it doesn't matter. I'm so far ahead either ways. I'm just gonna do golems. I'm gonna go fight with my team because we're so far ahead. So I'm thinking about going bottom because I want to farm more, but I see their whole entire team grouped up mid, so I'm just gonna group up with them. So I'm running through the river, trying to group up with my team, but I see a tree trying to take the blue buff. So I'm gonna go kill the tree, butcher the tree, deforestation, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna kill Maokai. Nami lands a really nice ultimate, which helps me get the kill. And I was thinking about killing Gangplank, and I was deciding not to, but I was like, YOLO, and I kill him right after. And I actually had to use my flash offensively in order to kill him, which put me in harm's way, and I had Talon and Garen on me, but luckily my team shows up and my Nami does a really good job of feeling for me, and we take them out, and their whole team is dead, and they surrender right after. So that is pretty much it for this gameplay, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you guys have any suggestions that you want to give me, you guys can feel free to do so in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.